What's up everybody, this is Master Ian Gamer, and we just got the official intended reveal of the upcoming new Overwatch 2 support hero, KIRIKO. That's right, as some of us suspected, she was debuted at the Tokyo Game Show during the Xbox presentation, which took place at a very early hour if you live in North America, but that's beside the point. We finally got our first look at this character, showing in-game gameplay of her kit and abilities. We unfortunately at this moment do not have specifics on her abilities, nothing like damage numbers or specific stats or anything like that. However, around the same time that this trailer dropped during the Tokyo Game Show, a couple different news sites started posting information about the character, including a complete list of her abilities. So I'm just going to take some of the info I got from .esports right here in this article, and I'll be going through here to list out everything she can actually do. So first up, her abilities. Developers apparently described KIRIKO as a single-target hybrid healer that can get into a skirmish and help out in any way possible. Her powerful kit reflects this division between healing and dealing damage. Her primary fire is Healing Ofuda? Probably not pronouncing that right, but anyways, KIRIKO is able to target allies and throw out Ofuda, paper talismans imbued with powers, in their direction to heal them. This is a series of 5 projectiles that will hone in on an ally. The Healing Ofuda is a very slow-moving ability, so there's an opportunity for players to throw them ahead of time if they anticipate damage. So it seems like this is kind of similar to Brig's Repair Pack in the way it just sort of targets in on an ally in order to heal them, but of course travels much more slowly and is her primary fire as opposed to an activated ability, but it seems like a similar sort of mechanic in that regard at least. Her secondary fire is the kunai. Not content with sitting back and letting everyone else have the fun, KIRIKO throws kunai with her secondary fire to deal damage. They're very fast and inflict more damage when they hit critically, making the ability more valuable to players who are used to aiming projectiles. Now, that's interesting. I assume what they mean when they say it does more damage when they hit critically means it does more like head hitbox damage than the typical increase in head hitbox damage, so it's probably sort of like Widowmaker where it deals extra damage on headshot relative to what it would normally do. I'm assuming that's what they mean here, and is certainly an interesting aspect to add to a character, especially a support character in particular. I mean, I guess they did mention that they want her to be a hero that can deal damage, but aside from that, I don't know, sort of an interesting little decision to give her. Moving on to her activated abilities though, next up we have Swift Step. KIRIKO's main movement ability is the Swift Step, which allows her to target a single ally, in the vein of Mercy's Guardian Angel ability, and teleport to them instantly. This teleport can even go through walls, making it invaluable when trying to catch up with a team or save allies from a skirmish elsewhere on the map. That's a very interesting ability right there. A through wall to ally teleport. I guess we'll have to see like the cooldown on this specific ability, but just reading it on paper, it sounds like it's just a better Guardian Angel, let's be honest. I'm sure it's going to have a longer cooldown though to trade off for it, and we'll have to see the specific details once we get more numbers and stats on it, but that does sound like a pretty good ability right there. Her next activated ability though is Protection Suzu. Possibly KIRIKO's most valuable ability, the Protection Suzu is a small bell that can be thrown on the ground or into allies that gives a short burst of immortality and cleanses all debuffs. That's right. Though other abilities, like Zarya's Barriers, can cleanse certain debuffs, this is the first ability in Overwatch that can even fully remove ultimate-based debuffs. In a press conference, developers confirmed this cleanse includes effects from Reinhardt's Earth Shatter and Sombra's EMP. Protection Suzu will also remove normal debuffs like Ash's Dynamite Fire, Ana's Sleep Dart, and anti-heal grenades, and more. It reportedly has a long cooldown though, so players will have to be mindful of when and where to cast it. Woo, that's a spicy ability right there. There's that support cleanse people have been asking for years at this point. The ability to just cleanse status debuffs. That's pretty cool. Also on an ability that grants immortality and from the looks of it may even heal on top of that. Ooh, yeah, it better have a long cooldown because that does a lot. Moving on though to her ultimate, we have Kitsune Rush. This vibrant visual ultimate, which was teased in one of Overwatch 2 trailers, sees Kiriko cast a path that gives passive buffs to teammates. According to the developer update, Kitsune Rush gives allies movement speed, attack speed, reload speed, and a cooldown reduction. Yes, everything I just listed there is apparently true. For example, an ally Ana hit by Kitsune Rush would see her cooldowns for Healing Grenade and Sleep Dart reduced dramatically, making those abilities available sooner. This seems to be a fantastic ability for rushing in and engaging fights, making it more of an offensive support ultimate in the vein of Brigitte's Rally, and less of a defensive one like Zenyatta's Transcendence. As a passive ability, Kiriko can also climb walls the same way Genji and Hanzo can. I'll just mention, I believe that's not limited to her ultimate, they just sort of formatted it where it's right beneath her ultimate, but I think that's just a general passive she has, like Genji and Hanzo. All of this sounds incredibly powerful for a support hero, but developers are aware of the overpowered potential of her kit and are working hard to balance it. In a press conference, hero designer somebody said that the invulnerability of her protection Suzu is one of the things they're certainly watching for in playtests. We have processes in place to make sure we can achieve balance even after she's released in the first couple of weeks. She's packed with a lot of utility, but I think we nailed the balance really well. Kiriko will be available on Overwatch 4th when Overwatch 2 launches in early access. Whew, this is an interesting hero. She has a lot in her kit. Like, a lot in her kit, based off of what we've seen. Now, I will mention at this point, I know there's going to be a bunch of other information coming out about Kiriko very, very soon. Potentially before I even get a chance to publish this video. Obviously, we all know about the Overwatch Content Creator Summit, which took place in California a couple weeks ago. I'm willing to bet anything that we're gonna see footage of Kiriko herself from the content creators who were able to attend that, showing up within the next day, if not already at the time you're watching this. So that will be interesting to get a more in-depth look of her gameplay when that ends up coming out. And I'll certainly be making a follow-up video once I've had a chance to sort of review other people's gameplay footage and actually get a better feel for how she functions as a hero, and I'll go more in depth with my thoughts on the kit overall and everything at that point, since again, we only have limited information, the limited gameplay trailer at this point, the brief synopsis of her abilities from these third-party news article sites, but I imagine there's going to be a lot more coming very, very soon. So be sure to stay tuned. And for the time being then, I think that's going to do it for this video. Really exciting to finally get a look at Kiriko, the new upcoming support hero. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to let me know your thoughts on Kiriko and her kit and abilities by dropping a comment down below. Does she sound like a cool support hero that you're really eager to play? Or maybe she's not what you were hoping for. Either way, be sure to leave a like, follow me on Twitter, hit up that bell icon, and come join my Discord server to hang out and never miss any of my future Overwatch content. And special thanks to my YouTube channel members who help make these videos possible. If you'd like to join them to earn some cool rewards, then just hit that join button down below. And otherwise, this is Master Ian Gamer signing off, and until next time, have a great day.